Hi everyone, I'm Marsha Nieland of Fusion Studio in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And this video that you're about to watch is a short, sweet, and simple yoga practice. It's perfect for those of you that might be brand new to yoga, or if you are a yoga practitioner, it's just a sweet, simple reset. So I hope you enjoy it. So come into your seat, and once you're comfortable, as always, we just invite you to close your eyes for a few moments. If you're not comfortable sitting in this manner, no problem. Just you can take your legs out in front of you. You can sit in any way you want that you're comfortable. We close our eyes and we just take a few moments to center and begin to allow our mind to slow down a bit. The thinking mind will always think that's its job, but we give it an opportunity to unwind a little in this centering process. Now, it may or may not do that, but at least we're giving it an opportunity. So what helps that is if you can start to focus on something. And in yoga, we usually use the breath. So beginning just to be aware, hey, I'm breathing. When I inhale, I notice that I'm inhaling. And when I exhale, I notice that I'm exhaling. And just watch that for a few moments. Might seem strange, unusual, uncomfortable even. Just trust that it's a process that works. Eventually, we begin to unify more and really, in many ways, come home to ourselves through the breath. So the next time you breathe in, just encourage a little more length up through your spine. And when you breathe out, just feel your body really arriving into the space, into your practice. And then let the hands come together in front of the heart. This is a mudra. And also just a sacred gesture of honoring yourself, your wise self, and honoring this gift of time and this practice. May we be blessed through this practice. And lifting your head, release your hands, let your eyes come open. And we're going to start with just some basic postures. If you are new to yoga, which this is a beginning yoga video, I just want you to feel comfortable with this exploration of mind and body and breath, all finding each other and coming together. So we'll start standing, and you can move your blankets off to the side. And first of all, just look down, check out your feet, make sure that you can plant them straight ahead. We might have a foot that turns out a little. Just notice that and see if you can bring them straight ahead. And then stretch your arms above your head. Big stretch up and bring your arms back down to your side. We're going to do that again with breath this time. Inhale as you bring the arms up, reach high. And on your exhale, down they go. Inhale again through your nose. And then let's try exhaling through your mouth. One more time. Inhale up and exhale down. And then bring your arms in front of you. Interlace your fingers. I'm going to turn sideways now. You can stay as you are. And just press your knuckles forward. Arms are straight, and let your chin draw down towards your chest. You might feel some sensation in your upper back as we stretch and open there. I always call it opening the back door of your heart. And then from here, stretch your arms once again above your head, release your arms, and just invite a nice, sweet, slow circle all the way down to your sides. And then a couple shoulder rolls, shoulders up, back down. Just make them nice and fluid, working out any tension in these little condominiums of stress up here called your trap muscles, your trapezius, and just work through that a little bit. And then from here, we'll do some lateral opening of the spine. So stretch your arms up, reach across and grab your right wrist, pull up and lean over to your left. And we always pause. And when in that pause, we notice our breath. We come back to the breath. And we notice sensations, resistance, tingling, all kinds of things going on in the body. And then come back to the center and we'll switch sides. Just pull up and lean over. Oh, just a nice stretch here. Remember to breathe. And back to center. And then let's just let the arms drop. Just let them drop and swing out. And actually shake your arms out a little bit. Shake your shoulders a little bit. We hold so much stress in our body. And it's often nice to just give ourselves an opportunity to shake it off. Shake it all out. So I'm going to turn sideways again. We're going to move into the spine here with a simple 2 postures called cow and cat. So cow is when you look up, and I suppose you could moo if you'd like to moo. And then cat is when you round your back, or we call it flexing your spine, and look inside. And just repeat that with your breath now. Inhale, looking on up. And exhale, rounding. Keep your knees bent if you can. And inhale, looking on up. And careful not to crank the neck like this. Just look up and out in front of you. And then exhale, round and look inward. And then standing all the way up. Now you might want a chair or a wall or something to hold on to for this next one. We're just going to mobilize the hips a little bit. So I have a wall here that I can hold on to, and you might take a moment to find some place if you want. We're going to have you stand on your right leg and lift your left leg up, and then just circle it around and down. And again, lift it on up, make a circle and down. Lift it up and a circle and down. And if you don't need the wall, you can just work on balance, but be honest, just know what you need, and down. Let's do the other side. Hold a wall if you need. Stand on your left leg, and now lift up, circle around, up, circle around. Just encouraging some mobility in the hip joint. And again, you might even try one without the wall, and circle and down. Excellent. And now from here, we're going to bend our knees and bring our hands to our thighs, and let the hands now slide down over the knees a little bit, just right below the knees on the top of your shin bone. Take a moment to push your seat back a little further, and once you have that established, then stretch long through your spine. Now you also could put a chair or something here in front of you and put your hands on that. Give yourself a little more support if you need to. And then just slowly slide down your legs just a couple more inches and pause there, and push your seat back a tiny bit more as you extend forward through your chest, through your spine. You might start to feel some sensation in the back of your legs. And then from here, we're going to come on down, touch the mat, and bring your knees to the ground. Just take your time there. Bring the hands flat. I'm going to a gentle twist here called thread the needle. We'll take the left arm and thread it through, and you're going to come down onto the left side of your head and your left shoulder. Now, if it doesn't touch the floor, you can try walking your knees back a little further and see if that helps. You could also put a blanket or a block under your left shoulder. And then just a gentle twist here. And breathing. And then making your way back up. And we'll do the other side. I'm going to turn around this way. So take your right arm through, thread it on through, and let the head release. And in these moments where you're in the posture, those are beautiful opportunities to just connect with that flow of the breath, really nourish and calm your nervous system. And this twist is 2 positions of your spine. Come all the way back up. There are actually 6 positions of the spine: forward, backward, side to side, and each twist. So we're going to now take the legs and swing them, both feet to your right, and look over your right shoulder, back towards your feet. And now we're doing a lateral stretch. So we're bending the spine sideways, laterally, and then swing your feet just like it's a tail all the way to the other side, and look over your left shoulder now, back towards your feet. And then come back to the center. And now from here, we're going to come onto our seat and do 2 more positions of the spine. In a seated position, so your feet are grounded. You hold your shins. Inhale, lengthen up nice and tall through your spine as if to extend the spine, really reaching up. And then exhale, we're going to round once again into cat pose, and we flex the spine. And again, inhale, sitting tall. And exhale, rounding. And one more time, inhale, rise. And then we'll just stay right here. We'll add a nice twist again. So please bring your left hand across and hold the outside of your right knee. And then bring the opposite arm, the right arm behind you. With an inhale, lengthen up through your spine, and then slowly begin to turn to your right. We always invite you through yoga to really stay in tune with the breath. If you find yourself holding your breath, it might mean that you're trying a little too hard. So just back off a little bit so the breath can flow freely. And now let's go to the second side. So come on around, hold the outside of your left leg and put your left hand on the floor behind you. Lengthen up through your spine and gently begin to twist. And then come back to the center. And now we're going to finish off with a couple postures on our back. So this is just a nice brief little practice you can insert in the middle of your day to give you a little pick-me-up, or maybe start your morning off with it, or heck, maybe even in the evening with it. Or perhaps you could do it 3 times a day. How about that? So we're going to cross your left ankle over your right thigh. And just pause here for a moment. You might start to feel some awakening in your left hip, buttock area. For some people, this is plenty. If you want to explore the next stage, you can bring the knees into your chest. Whew, I'm feeling some things now. How about you? You might rock a little side to side. Oh, happy hips make a happy back. And then release and place both feet on the ground. And then we'll switch to the opposite side. Cross your right ankle over and just wait for a little bit. Let your hip have a moment to feel. And then from there, you can bring the knees towards your chest. And notice if this side feels just as good as the other side. And release, come down to the floor. We're going to do one last posture called windshield wiper. Take the feet wide as your mat, and then let your right leg fall inward. Let your right arm stretch over your head. Nice full stretch. Remember to keep a keen awareness on your breath here. Sometimes I like to put my hand on my lungs here as a reminder, and I can feel the lungs expanding when I'm breathing. And then switch sides. Left knee falls in and the right leg can stay up, and then you can take your left arm over your head. Nice full stretch.
and come home to the middle. And now we'll end the practice with just a few moments of some stillness. You can stretch your legs straight if you prefer, or if it's more comfortable, a nice option is to bend the knees and let them fall in and gently rest on each other. Or you could put a bolster or blanket pillow under your knees if that's comfortable. So just let your legs stretch on out, let your arms release, and let your eyes close. And I'll invite you to stay here in this position. If you're watching the video, I'll be transitioning to an upright position so you can hear my voice a little better. But pausing there on your back. This is one of the most important postures of all, Savasana. It's not always easy for us Westerners because we're used to doing. Just enjoy this time of being still. You might tune in to the tip of your nose where the breath enters your body, where you first feel it perhaps, and notice the sensation of the inhale as well as the sensation of the exhale. Just feel this sense of aliveness. Let your shoulders relax. And that sensation of letting go, let it move down your arms all the way to your hands and your fingertips. Relax through the muscles of your upper back, and through your middle back and your lower back. And let your pelvis be heavy. And that sense of heaviness, just imagine it moving down your legs, releasing through the legs, all the way to the ankles, the feet, the toes. And feeling the breath move in, and feeling the breath move out. Embracing stillness. Your mind may be swarming with thoughts. That's very normal. But let your body rest. And soon the mind will start to follow. This is a practice. Like all the other postures, we have to practice being still. It's not easy. Now beginning to drift back. Meet up with your breath again and feel it in your belly or your ribs this time as you receive a deeper breath into your lungs. Just let your lungs expand. And then starting to move gently with your hands or feet or arms, just awakening. Nope, nice and slow. When you're ready, draw your knees towards your chest. Greet them with your arms and a hug. And rolling to your right side in the fetal position. And just receive a deep breath there. And then transitioning now back up to a seated position, however it's comfortable for you, for just a few moments. And placing the hands together in front of your heart as a reminder to take good care of yourself, your heart, your soul, your mind, your body. And this practice is
beautiful act of self-care. And we bow, honoring the light within you. Namaste. And I hope you enjoyed this little practice. For some of you, it might have been your first exposure to yoga. For others, it could be used as just a wonderful little short reset in your day. So thank you for joining me.